Hello guys, welcome back to Programming Knowledge Hub. My name is Vishal. In this lecture, we will learn about the for loop in C#. The for loop is different than while and the do while loop. The syntax of the for loop contains all the three tasks, that is the initialization, condition and the increment. The for loop is preferred by developers than while or do while loop. Let's take a look at the syntax of the for loop. In the for loop, unlike the while and the do while loop, the initialization, condition and the increment is written together, and inside the curly braces the code is written that is to be executed. So as you know, in the initialization the variable is initialized to a particular value. In the condition step, a boolean condition is specified which decides how many times the for loop will execute, and in the increment step the value of the variable is either incremented or decremented. Here is the example of the for loop. We initialize the I variable equal to 0. We check if the value of I is less than 10, and we increment the value of I by 1, and in the curly braces we write or we print the value of the I on the console. For loop works. When the compiler encounters the for loop, it executes the first statement, that is the value of I is initialized to 0. Then it checks if the value of I is less than or equal to 10, and if the condition is true, it executes the code inside the for loop. Then it comes to the third statement and increment the value of that variable by 1, and again it checks if the value of the variable is less than or equal to 10, and again it executes the code. This cycle keeps going until the condition is false and the loop is exited and the control is transferred out of the loop. Now if you think that these three statements are mandatory for the for loop to be executed, no, it's not. We can omit all these three statements and still execute the for loop successfully. Let me show you how. Let me remove these three statements and just provide the semicolons. Before the for loop, let me initialize the variable I equal to, let's say, value 1, and inside the for loop let me write a if statement with a condition saying if the value of I is less than, let's say, 10, then we will write the value of I on the console. And finally, let's increment the value of I by 1. Let's save this program and run the program again and check the output. Great, it printed the value of numbers from 1 to 9 on the console. So as you can see, these three statements are not mandatory, but you have to write the same statements before and inside the for loop for this for loop to work. Another thing to note that you should not forget to increment the value of this variable, otherwise the for loop will run infinitely. You can also write the nested for loop, that is the for loop inside the another for loop. So let me remove this condition. Let me write the for loop again. And I will write another for loop inside this for loop. Let's save the program and run the program. So as you can see, the for loop is executed and it printed the numbers on the console. The for loop is preferred by many developers than while and the do while loop because it's easy to write and it's very clear in its syntax. Let's revise the important points again. You can omit the initialization, condition and the increment statements from the for loop and still make the for loop work. If you forget to increment the value of a variable in a for loop, then the for loop will run infinitely. And you can write the nested for loops, that is the for loop inside another for loop. Thank you for watching the video. If you find the content of this video helpful, please like this video and share with your friends. Also, if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get the notifications whenever I upload new video.